today.
Sharp and keen, not golden spoils, but dreams unseen. Like smoke we drift, like flames we strike. United hands will shape the night. We offer purpose, skill and creed, a path for those who dare to lead. The weak will crave the strength we share. The shadow smokers, seed we bear. Hear the shadow smokers call. Stand with us and stand tall. Beyond the fear, beyond the wall. See your face within a frown. We open gates to let you grow. New book you make our fire glow. Forget the chains of yesterday. Your future starts here today. In the shadows we unite.
Yeah, I gave you a seat at the table. You try to flip it. Now you eat off the floor. Lee Jones. Let's talk. Let's talk. They slid the paper on the table thinking I would fold. Trying to put a heavy price on a story never sold. Fuck the gatekeeper, loyalty is at an end. You were preaching brotherhood just so you could go pretend you claim to hold the samurai code just because of the name. But you bring the ancestors nothing but the grief and shame. You ain't got the honor and you ain't got the heavy sword, just the plastic grinding. Who went and broke his own word and the wannabe warlords. You acting loud and you bold, but you posing there for nothing. And the story is cold. And Mr. Midnight claiming that you were the contender. You stole away the credit, you were lying fake pretending. Now you streaming video games and you hiding your face. You ran away from the industry and in total disgrace. Let the money burn slow, let the ego die fast. We build a legacy that was destined to last. It's the lead jump, yeah, we stand on the concrete. Fearless leader up front, and we own the street. No snakes in the grass, just steel in the spine. We taking back the clock, yeah, we own the damn time. No snakes in the grass, just steel in the spine. We taking back the clock, yeah, we own the damn They wanted the control, yeah, they made a big mistake. We got hot box Joey, never been for a fake. He scrubbing out the chat and he policing the stream. Banishing the trolls and protecting the team. And send Pappy Rick, keeping the socials on lock. While Michael holding down the supply and the stock. And we got Big Rob, yeah, he is back on the block. Discounts flowing heavy from inside of the shop. And Ye's a 101, yeah, he blocking out the hate. Dropping Christmas prizes, doing 7 years straight. Respect to Sherry Ash, Queen guarding the gate. She slamming down the door on the envy and hate. And check the mechanic, Brandon, owning the stage. Making every lead, Jimmy turn a brand new page. Let the money burn slow, let the ego die fast. We build a legacy that was destined to last. It's the lead young, yeah, we stand on the concrete. Fearless leader of the one, yeah, we own the street. No snakes in the grass, just steel in the spine. We taking back the clock, yeah, we own the damn time. No snakes in the grass, just steel in the spine. We taking back the clock, yeah, we own the damn time. They rewrite the history with the bullshit and lies, but Val got the files, yeah, he cutting the ties. The historian is watching, he is checking the tape. Ain't no lies getting through, ain't no room for escape. And Martin in the cut, staying quiet and obscure. The world is burning down, but his vision is pure. He don't give a fuck about the drama or the noise. He is silent and heavy, staying perfectly poised. But one titan remain, he is ready to brawl. It's Raoul, the enforcer, standing 10 feet tall. He didn't need a number, he just watched for the knife. Proved his loyalty is solid for the rest of his life.
You played games, we built a machine. Exodus final lead jump, forever, ever, ever, ever.
Every single day, I'm gonna make
Don't stop, don't stop. This game ain't nothing. I'ma wait to the top. I love this money. Just set it on fire. 'Cause it don't mean nothing. Here's one for the night. Don't waste my time. Don't stop, don't stop. This game ain't nothing. I'ma wait till the top. I love this money. Just set it on fire. 'Cause it don't mean nothing. Here's one for the night. Don't waste my time.
Hey guys, Tony Soy Sass, and welcome to today's Smokers Panel Live. Another day, happy Memorial Day weekend. So it's Monday, but we don't have show on Monday, so I might as well say Memorial Day weekend, right? Because I think I forgot who I was talking to. I think Martine, and I think we've never really celebrate Memorial. Because usually Memorial weekends when we put events on. So we'll get one extra day for people to travel. Anyways, let me light up a cigar. I hope you guys are light up a cigar too. If you're lighting up something, let me know. And get today's story going. I mean, I was kind of surprised of what's going on, and I talked to a few close friends about this. And I'll share the story with you guys and see what happens. Okay. And here, keep in mind, all right, I can only share about what I know, and it's not necessary fact. Right? It's true to me because that's what I know, but it might not be true. Okay. Today I'm gonna smoke a H. Upman, AJ Fernandez Sunrise. I don't understand why they do that. It's like, here, it's one brand, there's another brand. So is it AJ Fernandez or is it H. Upman? You know? But you're lighting up something, know why you're lighting. Okay, let me know why you're lighting up. Okay. Yeah. Why is this so squeaky? Not a good. I believe this is new. I might be wrong. Oh, okay. Very bongyard, earthy, sour flavor. Flavor. All right, so light this up, and we'll talk about what's going on. While everybody else joins, give some time for it. All right. Pepper bongyard. There we go. That was here. All right. Over. Go on this. All right. This is very bong. A lot of bong. All right. So I give everybody some time to light up a cigar again.
Ah, sure.
Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Okay. So, what am I lighting up? I know it's a Maduro. Florida Antilles, maybe something like that. I don't know. Can't read it. All I know it's got a nice looking band, so I grabbed it. This is uh gifted to me by All Hail
Long
Long
live
Live
Tiberius.
Tiberius. Yes, all hail Long Live Tiberius. I keep
My
thinking of
father's Maduro.
I keep thinking I don't know. I keep thinking of those Roman movies, the Ben Hur and that kind of stuff. When I hear that name, Long Live Tiberius, I keep thinking those Roman
I mean,
commanders.
that is
And
kind of the name for it, like that kind of
yeah,
name is kind of, you know,
yeah. So when
Outacus,
I all hail
Tiberius,
Tiberius,
Spartacus, I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So every time I hear that,
Oh, hell, the Tiberius.
yeah, all hail. Or he
Yeah,
comes after a big battle or a victory or whatever it is. Long live Tiberius. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
That's a cool name. That's a cool name.
it is. All right, what's going on? Oh, here we go. Uh, that's a
What is this?
large box. That's a large box.
Let me see. What is this in my father? I don't know what this is.
Large box. Perdomo Legacy 1965 to 2025. What happened? Why is it only to 2025? If something's released in 2026.
Well, maybe was in the works in 2025, but wasn't ready in time for the release until this year.
Well, that's the new one, that the father and son one. So it's only if they make it, they should know it's for this. All good. All good. Might be the time where they decided. That was pretty cool though. It's super green. You might like it. It's as green as it gets. Green and gold.
All right.
Green
That's
and
the
gold.
that one of those. That's that legacy cigar.
Yeah, the
Something
legacy
like
father
that.
and son one, I think.
Okay.
That's the one. That's the one. Richard was talking about. Send me a photo of it.
Okay.
Might not be. Hold on. Let me see. There we go. Yeah. All right. So now that we kind of settled down, I'm talking about this. Okay. So remember last time we were talking about respecting cigars and disrespecting cigar?
Yes.
Apparently, it got bigger than what I thought it was. I thought it was over with.
Okay.
And then this
Oh,
journalist.
with the cedar spill thing you're talking
Yeah.
about.
This journalist emailed me from Seattle.
Go Hawks. Yeah,
All right.
baby. Go ahead.
From Seattle, email me and ask me to comment about this because apparently people like he say, okay, I'm not gonna read you guys the whole email because it's long and boring.
Okay, just give us a
Okay.
little synopsis, so little highlights or
So
whatever.
he said, I mean, I'm gonna give you what he said, he claimed. All right. I'm gonna move to without reading too much of it. According to individual familiar with the situation, your review circulated among people connected to Cohiba in Cuba and reportedly drew strong criticism internally regarding to what some view as disrespectful approach towards the cigar,
Eh,
specifically
eh.
involving the lighting method, cutting technique, and comment made about the tobacco quality.
Okay, so before we comment about you said that guy was from Seattle.
Yes.
There you go. It's for you. It's for the guy from Seattle. Go
I
Hawks.
don't even know if he's like a sports fan, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
And
Hey, look it. Here's the bottom line. I don't care where it's made. Honduras, Nicaragua, Peru, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Miami, Virginia, California, Chicago, Dallas. I don't care where it's made. You paid for it. It's your cigar. You spent money on it. You can cut it any way you want it. You can light it any way you want it. Yeah, and you can put it out any way you want it. It may not be the greatest thing to do to throw it down on the ground and step on it, but hey, it's my cigar. I own it. It's me.
Right. So continued with that, he also said the exchange appeared to have sparked broader discussion within the cigar community regarding traditional versus modern cigar culture, respect for Cuban craftsmanship, lighting method, and what constitute authenticity of premium cigar review. And he said, we have also been informed that Kirby Allison commented on the controversy and described the review as disrespectful, further stating that this guy on YouTube is a joke.
Well, I'll tell you what, for those of you people who do not know Kirby Allison, he is a very, in my opinion, okay, just by observation, he's a very nice man, very knowledgeable, excuse me, very knowledgeable, a well traveled man, has been to Cuba and several other places in Europe. Uh, and you know his that's his opinion is that. I mean, I can't you can't say, well, no, you're wrong. No, it's his opinion, and whether it's right, whether it's wrong. Um, Now, back in the day, back before they had torches, okay, I mean, you light your cigar several ways. You light it with a match, whether it be a stick match or one of those cardboard matchbook types. You can light it on an open flame. You can light it on a burner. Hey, as long as you got your cigar lit and you're smoking it, okay. So as time goes by and the the cigar industry grew and expanded and exploded in some occasions, you know, the development and advancement of technology would get different types of lighters and how you light it. You know, I know some people only will light their cigar with a lighter.
Mhm.
Hey, okay,
So,
and
so
I don't know if it's disrespectful. It's an opinion. It's you know how you perceive it, whether it's right or wrong. It's a discussion. I know there was no intent on your part or anybody in our part, my part, or in our club to have any kind of disrespect to the cigar industry in Cuba or elsewhere. So
no, but
I don't
that's the thing.
know.
I question I question the authenticity of this thing. I checked the guy's email address, and the email address is legit. It's from a publishing domain. Okay,
Okay.
and but I highly doubt someone like Kirby Allison has the time to say this guy a joke. I never watched this. You know, right?
Well,
And on top of that, he says that it's being discussed in cigar community. Which cigar community is freaking talking about me? All right. And I highly doubt that anybody in the cigar community can tell me that lighting your cigar with the butane lighter is disrespect. Because imagine, and I challenge this. Okay, I challenge this. I challenge if that's true. I challenge Cohiba of Cuba. Come on, make a statement says lighting your cigar with a torch lighter is disrespect to the cigar and should not be done. I challenge them to say that. I challenge them to come out and make a published announcement to say, in the cigar industry, lighting your cigar with a butane lighter is is a disrespectful thing.
why?
Can you imagine the reaction to every other cigar store right now? Like if that was the case, Cohiba of Cuba come out to say, "Hey, um,
Hey,
you should never light your cigar with the butane lighter. All right, butane
well,
lighter is a no go."
not only that. Can you imagine if you say on our accessory that's available in our shops or lounges, we are no longer going to sell butane lighters.
right? Because it's disrespectful.
And we are no longer going to allow people that come in to use a butane lighter. And if we see you use it, we're going to ask you to not to use it. And if you continue to use it, we may ask you to leave the premises. Now, you may lose customers, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to
The whole
say you can't
point
use a
of
butane.
the torch lighter was done was so the cigar could be lighted.
Yeah, and
There is absolutely
probably,
no reason to have a torch lighter unless you're smoking a cigar.
well, yeah, I see it more necessary outdoors.
Right. But like in everyday scenario, all right, if you don't smoke cigar, do you have any reason to own a torch lighter?
Um, well, you could start your barbecue with the torch lighter. That'd be about it. They got those
But if
disposable
you
torch
but that's the
lighters.
thing, if you do barbecue, you use those long neck ones. Light it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't use
Yeah.
torch lighter.
Yeah. You don't use that. No.
That torch lighter was literally like made so that it can light up a cigar fast and resisting the wind.
I'm imagining. Just can you imagine this? You're out on a construction. It's break time. Hey guys, we're gonna have about an hour and a half break because the materials ain't here yet. They're a delay. If you got them, smoke them. So some guys light up their cigarette with matches. You got a couple of guys that might pull out a pipe. And then you might have a group of guys that have a cigar. Says, "Oh hell, uh, I didn't bring my lighter. Hey, no problem. Grab that torch."
And
That's
here's the thing,
probably how it started.
I highly doubt that that if I go into Kirby Allison's videos right now, am I not gonna be able to find him using a butane lighter at all?
Um,
Am I not going to find him using a butane lighter?
I'm gonna say someone on that episode maybe.
Well, I wouldn't know there. I cannot find one episode where he's talking about me at all. His last episode of anything was before my episode, days before. So it's not that. But if this whole thing was being talked about, if this was legit being talked about, and he actually say, this is disrespectful. How dare he light it with ST Dupont? Can I not find him using ST Dupont or any torch lighter or any butane lighter? Does he only use match? Or does he only use heater spit?
No, yeah, I don't know. I think I've seen a couple of people on his episodes use torch lighters.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure his channel is very solidly connected to his stores, right? Like he sells
Yes.
stuff, and I'm pretty sure I can find
Yes.
torch.
Yeah, he's got some outstanding products. I just want to say.
Right, so he definitely had torch
Yeah.
lighter. So he's selling product where it's considered as disrespectful.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is it something? Not the fact that it's the torch lighter. It's maybe how we spoke about the torch lighter.
No, but
Maybe
that's
I don't know.
no, because the whole thing was he said at least light it with a cedar spill, but I light it with a soft flame butane lighter. He said
Okay.
it's got the virgin puff. It's gotta taste like gas. That's what he said.
The lighter fluid again. Okay, I get
But
it.
I'm using butane lighter.
Put the butane. Yeah. And I use, of course,
That's
my
it.
trusty, my trusty lighter.
Right? It's okay. So if that is disrespectful, why are they selling product that's disrespectful?
It's like they say, man, somebody's gonna buy it.
Right. Somebody's buy it, but it just say, you gotta be snobby enough to tell me what's disrespectful. I'm gonna tell you this, okay? I'm having a great weekend. Um, respect has to be earned. As a brand, I don't think I owe any respect to Cohiba. You're making the product. I'm buying the product at extraordinary cost, and you want me to give you a respect of what? What am I giving to you? I like the product. Doesn't mean I have to respect it.
Well, yeah, you like the product, you purchase the product, you smoke the product, you're paying for the product.
What respect am I owing you? It's not like you respect me. Respect has to be mutual, right?
hmm,
So I don't get that. I don't get how this thing has anything to do with the like reality of cigars. Is that you buy a product you like, you smoke what you like, and you know, yeah. Michael, I miss you to like coming up here and talk with us. Seriously. Straight up snobby over silliness of the first two draw of your cigars. It's not like you're using a Zippo with lighter fluid. Yeah, and we all know. Let's just be very serious, okay? We all know in our private time, we don't spend that much time torching. We're lighting a cigar a certain way and stuff like that. Maybe once or twice here and there. Every day, like if you're smoking 3, 4, 5 cigars a day, you you had to cut up a whole tree. You don't have that much cedar spill to use all day. You gotta cut off a tree. You gotta have a stack. You gotta be like P Diddy with the baby oil. You gotta have the spills stacked because there's no way. Like we bought these things for the convenience of the main product, right? Main product is to get it on fire. That's it. It could be anything, right? It could be snobby. You can be like regular. You can like do your ritual, but you don't ever force that ritual on somebody, right? Like when you're smoking cigar with a friend at a lounge, do you just like, hey, put that down, put that down, how dare you use a lighter? Put that down. Let me get 2 wood sticks and start a fire first, you know? And that looks really wrong, but hey, and then let me give you a little bit of a spark and light that onto a cedar and then light a lighter. Lighter. Because everyone uses a cedar spill at every trade show. I don't think anybody uses there. Obviously, I don't think anybody uses a cedar spill. That's like a fire hazard, to be honest with you. Fire hazard. So, but like
so
cigar is not supposed to be that crazy. Light it up and smoke it. What the hell?
all right, so let me show you.
I can't imagine if this conversation was with Val, because Val cannot even see the spill.
And yeah, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what. So on my table here, I have multiple lighting products. All right, everybody, I wish my logo would have stayed on there, but I use this so much I'm wearing the logo off.
Mm-hmm.
A Zippo lighter, and Zippo's a good brand, okay? People out there, Zippo's a good brand, okay? I also have a single torch lighter,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Just
Was
so
that
that I
single or
can.
double? I think that's double.
No, this is a single.
Oh, okay.
It's a single. And I use this only so when my cigar gets kind of out of line, I can just
Mm-hmm.
barely touch it up. That's what I use this for. Um, I also have a triple torch.
Okay.
Okay. But this is is it triple? It's either triple or four. I don't know. Let me see. Well, I'm sorry. It's a quad. It's a quad. It's four. It's 4 jets. I don't use this often because it's just too powerful for me and I can't control. And even though it's got a controller on there, it's hard for my eyes to
Hey,
pick up the
that's 4
flame.
times the disrespect, man. 4 times
And
disrespect.
I also have. I don't know if I should advertise the product of this matches. Well, what the hell, right? I can if I want to.
Yeah, you can do it.
I also have my matches.
Okay, matches. Okay, yeah.
However, the problem with these matches, they're too short.
Well, they're not really cigar match.
See,
Yeah, you're supposed to use cigar matches that's like twice the length, like that long.
they're short. Okay, but these are the matches that when you buy items at these stores, that rarely do I get a long stick match. The only company that I can remember getting longer stick matches,
Davidoff.
I don't know if I got a Davidoff. Do I have a Davidoff? Yes,
Yeah,
Davidoff.
Davidoff always does, and I got one from
My
the Casacuevas as well. They're all long matches.
my my favorite matches right here. And it's only because the length of this match. I can't tell you if it strikes better, if it lights better, it'll last longer, but it enables me to really get my cigar lit with one, maybe two
If anything,
matches
the match has
max.
more. Matches introduce more flavor than lighter.
Takes me about 6 to 10 of these here.
Yeah, but it introduces more flavor. You're burning wood.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe that's probably
You're telling
true,
me that when
but
you strike a lighter and the lighter goes on fire, you cannot smell anything.
uh, when I light my lighter, no, because when I use my lighter,
No, no, no. When you light up using the match,
when I light up
do
the
you not
match,
smell anything.
I smell the sulfur.
Yeah, so you are introducing a flavor to your cigar.
No, because I light it and then I let it stay lit for a little bit, a few
But you continue to
seconds.
burn the wood. You can still smell that wood.
And then the wood, I do get a little bit of wood
Right. So you're
aroma.
introducing flavor. So
No, wait, no, no. Well, yeah, I guess maybe you have a point because if you have it here and you're puffing on it,
you're
you're drawing
burning
in.
that
Yeah.
through. Yeah, you're sucking it through.
Okay, I never thought of it that way, but yeah, you definitely have a point with that. I hate it sometimes when you're right. Okay.
You use anything other than just pure lighter, you are introducing a flavor. Which is nothing wrong with that. If you like the flavor, you like the flavor. But I don't see how that's a disrespect or anything. Like, people make flavor cigars. So I don't get what's the fuss about. I'm surprised there even is a cigar community talking about this shit.
Well, actually, I think that's a pretty good thing. Develop some controversy out there.
But the controversy with me and the center, it's not doesn't feel good.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it.
It's like,
Yeah.
dude, all of a sudden, like when did this thing start? I like, for how many years have we been doing this? When does this start where like lighting a cigar with a butane lighter is a disrespectful thing? Even go that far to be a disrespectful thing?
And hey, and let's put this out there too. You go to a cigar event, and some of the raffle prizes is a butane lighter.
Right.
Okay, so there's that.
When the butane lighter became disrespectful. And here's the thing, again, I said it. I'm over there in the email. It says the Cohiba of Cuba is unhappy that I say that I don't agree, or I don't think that they represent the finest tobacco in the cigar industry. I don't agree.
Hey, you
Right?
know what?
And but that's the thing. That's what makes me question. I don't think any company can say we have the finest tobacco of everyone. And I don't think they give a shit. I really don't think so. Man, what do you compare? You do, like, you think the cigar company compare we have the best flavor or the best tobacco?
Well, I think that when we're talking about, we're mentioning, discussing the tobacco out of Cuba, that has been, recognized as probably, and I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing from what I've watched and what I've heard on these YouTube and stuff. The best or the finest tobaccos that you can find anywhere. And I could say the same thing about tobacco in Nicaragua. This is some of the best tobaccos and finest tobacco that you can find anywhere. I can say the same thing about the Dominican Republic. I can say the same thing about Honduras or Peru or wherever. it's all a matter of opinion. So
But let's
you
let's
know,
just
I
put everything to on the table, right? And let's say if Cuba or Cohiba of has the best tobacco of anywhere, has best quality, but why? Then why is it in the industry right now? We literally everybody knows if you got a Cuban cigar, you gotta let it sit for like years before you smoke.
well, well, I think we all know that they have.
Their quality has been going down. And if they are the best quality, that's a problem because I feel like a lot of other stuff, especially the newer non-Cuban cigar, is on the rise on good product, good product. So if those things I consider good product, and I don't really care to smoke your product, how can I agree that you had the best product? And not to mention, like Cohiba, literally, and here's the disrespectful part. Okay, I can tell you that this is probably disrespectful. Is that Cohiba is the number one fake cigar in the world? Number one fake cigar in the world.
Well, I think they should be proud of that. There's a standard that they said that everybody's trying to copy. And
But that's the thing. It tells me that it's easy enough to copy.
No, no. Okay, man.
All
I
right, all
don't
right.
know about
So
that.
let me ask you this, right? What? It's a paraphrasing. It's a reference. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. What is the best car in the world? Best car in the world,
the
regardless
the
price.
best
Yeah.
the best car in the world
Mm-hmm.
was a 1971 Monte Carlo, a
Okay.
Chevy.
Can you still buy it right now?
No, but you didn't ask me that. You asked me what the best
No.
car in
Let
the
me ask
world.
you.
That
Can
was
you
the
still buy it?
best.
You can, right? You can, right? You cannot. Why
No,
don't
you
people
cannot.
just go fake one?
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Why don't people just go fake one? How about what is the most expensive watch in the world? Why
the
do people go fake
Timex.
Rolex but not nothing else?
No, it's the Timex because it takes a licking and it keeps on ticking.
We're
That's right.
talking
Can't do
about
that with
most
a.
expensive. I'm talking about most expensive watch. Why don't people just go fake that? Why do you go fake things like Rolex or things in
Well,
the under
wait.
$50,000 range?
No. There are fakes out there on Rolex, but they're
No, no.
tell
Why do
they're
people only fake Rolex?
oh well because
Because it's easy,
it's the easiest one to try to fake.
right? Why not the hard thing?
Yeah, yeah, okay, and probably because it is probably I'm just guessing it's probably the most affordable one that someone can get as opposed to like that those fancy ones like the Philippe Petites or Pateks or whatever those are.
Well, the problem with
I
that, the
don't know.
brand recognition is one thing, right? But the thing is that there are some brands that does have specific thing that they made that you can't just go simply go fake, right? It's hard to fake a Rochelle Miller because they are hollow. They can't. They're building on their thing holding hollow. It's hard, right? You can build it that you can easily tell that it's attached to something, but harder, right? You can go make a after car, put it together somewhere in Vietnam. It looks like the car, but like once you open it up, it's fake, right? The thing about the Cohibas is that right now it gets so close to the real thing and people can tell. In fact, take off the band and have somebody that smoke a most recent Cohiba and a fake one that has Cuban tobacco. They probably can't tell. They probably can tell. They would just say, this Cohiba is like not ready. They are a lot of said for.
Um, I think with that, yeah, I would not be able to tell because I don't smoke
Literally
Cuban
online, I've
cigars.
seen videos. They said the only way to tell if a Cuban cigar is real or not was not Cuban, was even a Cuban cigar, is to cut it to see if there's a double binder.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're just smoking, you're not gonna know.
Okay. Yeah, I heard about something about a double binder, and that just caught me.
Double binder, triple cap, you know, that's that's the only way.
Okay.
So it's like, what's there to respect about Cohiba? It's a cigar, it's a product. Like okay, Apple makes the best phone out there, right? iPhone, right? Everybody buys it. It sells. It's number one or number two best selling phone. Do I respect Apple for that? I don't care. It's a product. It's a product that we pay a lot of money for. I enjoy it. I don't have to respect it. I don't have to respect it, right? There are people that buy iPhone just to trash it. There are the people that hey, drop test. Psh. I don't get why. I don't get why it gets so complicated. So guys, you can be snobby, you can be casual, you can be ritualistic, you know, love the ritual and not be really snobby about it. But just enjoy what you got. I don't get it. I don't get it. Enjoy what you have. So like, you know, we're supposed to give respect to some brands, but not all the brands then? Well, we're supposed to respect every cigar brand. But if I respect a $8 brand, a cigar brand, like how much respect am I giving to like a $80, $100 brand? Like, why are we respecting?
So are you respecting the craftsmanship of that cigar? You know, the from
But
start
that's overall tobacco. That's
to
not the
fi-
brand. That's overall tobacco. We overall give respect to cigars, right?
Okay,
Cigar
yeah,
is hard to make. We
yeah,
respect that. Cigar is hard to make. We respect that. I don't know if we gotta respect a cigar, but we respect that cigar is hard to make, and that you know it is. It takes a lot of time and effort. I respect that, right? But like, do I have to?
okay. So what is our viewing audience commenting about it? Anything?
Well, Michael talked about it a little bit. You know, like I already read it, so you know, everybody uses
Okay.
cedar spills. There's so many grower and purveyor of tobacco, anyways. There's brand recognition in terms of like you know faking it. Why do people fake Rolex? Because it's brand recognition. But there's plenty of other watch that's plenty of brand recognition. Wouldn't that be so much easier to go fake a Royal Pop right now? The Royal Pop is like $2,000. Go fake one. Take this plastic. Take $10. Makes no sense. I didn't think that it was that big deal, to be honest. Like, you know, like to have a reporter reach out to me, like, what is this? Whether or not was like a joke or whatever, it still makes no sense. This
Yeah,
guy emailed me like 1 in the morning in my time, which in California, I think the other time's what, 10 p.m.?
yeah. It's about a 3 hour
Yeah.
difference,
But
right?
it's
For you?
weird. It's weird. It's like that's not working hour. Like you know, sending me. Oh, I did respond to it, and I literally just tell him that you know, however, I smoke my cigar. It's my personal preference. Nobody gets a say in it. In fact, if I wanted to, I could smoke the cigar and literally keep the fire on it the whole time, and nobody had the right to tell me I shouldn't. I don't think anybody should do that. It wouldn't taste good. But if that's the way I like to smoke, I like to touch up my cigar every 2 seconds. That's me, right? That's how I want to smoke. This is what I feel is weird is that a lot of people watch cigar reviews and they watch a cigar review and they come back and complain about it. Dude, if you think you're that much better and right, you should make a channel. You should be out there and tell people how it's done. Educate the people, right? Instead of telling me that I'm wrong. Because like I've been smoking so long, I am not gonna change it. I'm not changing. I can't. Like imagine you do something for 10 years and then all of a sudden they tell you to change. Go tell Tiger Woods that his swing is wrong and tell him to change it. Right? Come on. That's not. It's like it doesn't work. Makes no sense. By the way, since I'm out here, might as well shout out little guy. It's Memorial Guy. It's Memorial Days. You know, there's a lot of good sales out there. You guys should go check out. So go check out some places, and go check out places that you can get a good deal on. I think little guy's pretty. Just saying. It's funny because I went out today and I was like, why is so many people in the mall? And my wife was like, oh, it's Memorial Weekend. I was like, so remind me, what did I buy with the Memorial discount? Nothing. Got nothing. It's not a big deal. They just want to complain and feel like they matter. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Okay, they feel like they matter, and then they go out to this, like, and I really want to know which cigar circle you're talking about this thing. I really want to know how many people agree with that. You light your cigar with a butane lighter is wrong, and then I was like, you know what? We're the anti-butane, anti-butane. Like, I want to know. I want to know. I'm very interested.
And for those for your people out there who are anti-butane, you can send me your butane lighters, and I will provide you my address with DM me, and we can be buddies.
Yeah, you can send all the ST 2 pound to me. I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't have one. I always wanted one. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's the ticket.
Right? ST 2 pound is literally like the number one lighter that everybody think about when they smoke cigar. Is to one day own one, maybe something. And now you're saying not disrespectful. It's amazing. It's amazing. What about those people who lit up the cigar with a big lighter?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I say this
There's
before.
that. I mean, but as long as it lights, it lights.
I said this before, yeah. And whatever you use is just a tool to get this light. All right? Get this lit up. That's it. Doesn't matter what fire you use, really. Like everything that you use, it matters like first few puff, and after the first few puff is done. You're not gonna remember what you used to light it. It's done. Like few puff. Few puff. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. There's some people that is so serious, so adamant about that virgin puff. So serious about it. And I can honestly tell you, I don't really care about the virgin puff. In fact, I don't like the virgin
And I'm just happy to get it lit and going.
puff.
I mean,
How many people in the chat care about the virgin puff? People either type 1 if you do care, type 2 if you don't care. Right? If anybody's watching, type 1 if you care, type 2 if you don't care. Because I don't care. I don't care. I smoke so many cigars a day. I don't care about the virgin puff. I want to get this lit up so I can start a conversation. If the virgin puff has various tastes that you don't want to be there. I don't know what's there to enjoy. The virgin puff has burn, char, ammonia, pepper, and wood.
okay, I think that phrase virgin puff. Why don't we say the first puff?
They call it virgin puff. That's the term.
Oh, okay. I wasn't familiar with that. I just
Virgin
the
puff.
first puff.
Virgin
two
puff and
puffs.
first puff are two different things. Virgin puff means that you light up your cigar without taking any puff, and then you took that first puff.
So I light it up first.
Yep. And that
And
first
then-
puff
and
is
then-
virgin puff.
Okay.
But all
But
of
if I-
us
but
try to light
if
it
I-
while puffing it.
I just learned something. I never knew that.
I'm
I
a
mean, 'cause
2 puff Tony because I don't like the first 2 puff.
No, No, you're two puffs, Tony, because you take two puffs, you don't like it, then you put it down.
Yeah, I like, you know, 2 puff is enough to tell me how I don't like it. Because before that 2 puff, I already did 15 puffs to light it up. Right? I really don't know how many people care about their virgin puff. Like you know, how many people literally light their cigar without taking a puff and go like, oh, I gotta be very careful. I gotta make sure I don't burn this thing. I toast it just so that enough to burn it. Oh, okay, now, now finally. Mm, mm, that's so good. And then the rest cigar sucks. Right? If your first puff is that good, then the rest cigar sucks. Because the first puff is that important. The rest of the cigar suck.
Well,
Yeah, think about
unless
that.
unless they look at a preview of the first puff is great. I can't wait to get through the first third and see what that started at second third gives me, and then get to that last third.
But Val, think about
I'm
this
just
again.
saying.
Think about this. If the first puff is that good, where the rest of the cigar doesn't beat that process of the first cigar, you got to take that much time to get that first puff to be that good, then that tells you the rest of the cigar is not good enough. Because you care so much about that one puff, you don't do anything for the rest of the puffs. Think about that. You do that much for the first puff that you won't do for the rest of them. So that one puff is that good.
Well, maybe that one puff is an indicator of, ooh, things to come. You know, things that are be going through the cigar as I smoke it through.
Right. So that means if you don't have that, the rest is fine.
Mm.
Because if that's an indicator the cigar is good, because it's good enough to tell you the rest of it's got to be good, then the rest of them should be better. And the first one wouldn't matter.
Yeah, I can see that because how often do we smoke a cigar and the first third was great, the second third wasn't as great, but it was good. But by the time you got to that last part of it, the last third of it, it's kind of bitter. It didn't give me this like I got in the first or the second. So yeah, I guess as opposed to a developing buildup of that cigar. The first third was good. The second third was better, and then the last third was great. You don't hear many people say that.
Well, that's the problem, right? If the second third was better, then where's the virgin puff? You didn't do it right. Virgin puff is that important. That important. Virgin puff is one puff. One puff. One puff. You tell me. One puff.
I
Decide whether or
can't.
not you respect it or disrespect the cigar.
I can't tell you that. I can't tell you on the first puff. I can't even tell you on the second puff. I got to smoke the entire cigar.
Right. But that one puff tells you whether or not you respect it or respect their cigar. One puff. So if I did everything right, I light up the cigar with cedar spill. Literally, I didn't even, the flame never touched the cigar. My first puff was perfect. And then at the end of it, I squashed it. Did I respect that cigar or did I disrespect it?
I guess the consensus is going to be you disrespected the cigar.
I respected it. I light up. I took forever to light it up.
Well, Yes, but it's the end result of what you did with that cigar.
Okay, so it's the end
after you
result,
read
right?
it.
So the entire review, I say so many good things about that cigar. The only difference was lighting that cigar. Now all of a sudden I disrespected it. Where's the where's the justice in that? What? And I get to a point where Cohiba of Cuba, like when the Cohiba of Cuba ever mattered in the U.S. Ever, ever. They're not even a company in here.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you.
They're a maker of a product, but like I don't think make, that makes that much difference. Well, do you know TSMC?
No,
Why don't you
TSMC.
respect them? Why don't you respect them?
I don't even know who is TSMC. I have
TSMC
no.
make majority of the product that has any semiconductor in it. You should
Didn't know
respect them.
that.
Yeah, because they're not in the U.S. yet. Why don't you
Okay.
respect them? Yeah, you don't respect. We don't have to pay respect to things. We pay a product. We're a consumer. We pay respect because we do like it, but we don't owe you one. I'm not saying that don't respect the hard work and all that stuff. Do that. You are smoking the product. The end result of a lot of people. Sure, but again, I'm saying that you don't owe them. You don't owe anybody respect. Respect has to be earned. And and I don't think it is because I tagged him. He never bothers me. If he did say that, like the Kirby Allison did say that my channel's a joke, dude, then you don't deserve my respect either. Because I gotta be honest, before 3 days ago, I know how he looks like. I don't even know
Wait, you don't even know what?
his name.
Kirby. His name is Kirby.
Right. I didn't know that was him.
Oh, okay.
Like literally, I got that email. I went to Google who that is.
Okay.
Because I
Okay.
don't go around to people's channel and make fun of them.
Okay. Well, I I know who he is.
Which is fine. I
And
looked at him. He's like, he have that
he
gentleman UK
he
feel, the London kind
he
of feel, which is
yeah,
fine.
he's gone to London, he's gone to Cuba. He has he has a fantastic business, and I've learned a lot from watching his channels, his programs. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could, believe that he would say something like that, knowing him, not
Now,
knowing him personally, but knowing of him.
I gotta be honest, we all have this, whatever they call locker room talk.
Yeah,
That's fine. Right? If like Kirby's like, I don't even know that guy, it must be a joke. That's fine. That's fine. But if he heard, hey, this guy uses butane lighter and then called that was okay, and he's like, that guy's a joke, then that we have a problem. Right? Dude, like everybody start their channel somewhere as a hobby. And you disrespected someone's hobby and think that's okay, but then not we can't disrespect a cigar. Right? Don't make fun of other people's hobby. Right? I don't think he did. Really, I don't think I think that the email was trying to flare or something.
yeah.
And I
Said
did
it.
respond to that. I say, hey, if he thinks that other people's work to put product to put a review out there to put their hard work out there, don't make fun of it because you started somewhere too. You started somewhere too, right? But if you want to do a locker talk, that's fine. Everybody does. We all talk shit, right? We all talk shit. But I don't think he's that kind of person. To be honest with you, it's not portrayed that he's that kind of person on the internet.
Mm.
and I hope he didn't. I did post it on Instagram. I was like, I give him the opportunity to say that. I didn't say that. Said he didn't say that. I'm good. I trust that he did. But don't make me famous. I don't want to be famous. Don't put me on a like some sort of what is a Metro magazine, whatever. I don't want to be on it because I don't think it's that serious. Yeah, it's like, hey, Tony, if you think it's not that serious, why are you talking about it? Because it's a topic. It happened to me. You guys know when you come to here, I talk about what happens to me. By the way, this cigar is called Sunrise. It tastes like sunrise. Very mellow woodiness, but very linear. But if you had like a morning coffee, fine. But if you want a lot of flavor, it's not this one. Not this one. Relatively short. Just woodsy, a little bit sweetness, pepper. It probably go good with like a nice coffee. Though. I just don't get why they still do that. I thought AJ Fernandez don't do that anymore. Like Michael can probably explain that to me. I thought AJ Fernandez do not do the by AJ Fernandez anymore, but this one says AJ Fernandez was by H. I don't get that. These crossovers start to confuse me a lot. And let's talk about the recent news I heard about. Like they're talking about how was it a cigar import has been lessened by like X percentage from like Nicaraguan or Dominican. Like Honduras is on the rise. I was like, isn't that how it's supposed to be? Isn't that how it's supposed to be? People are concerned, like the import is down cigars. But do you feel like the cigar gotten less?
I had, you know what? I hadn't noticed it.
I don't notice the cigar gotten
I
less.
I haven't either. I haven't noticed it. Um, and I guess the only people that would notice that are the owners, the people that are sending that stuff out, and they're tracking.
Right, but here's the thing, right? If I have every cigar made in Dominican, I ship out of Dominican, 100% of it. So like say a million cigars a year, 100% from Dominican. If you start making a lot of variation of Honduras cigar, wouldn't you put 10-15% of the cigar over there and then ship it from there? So it's automatically you gotta have less import from Dominican because now you're making other cigars somewhere else. But that's just normal progression. Right? Let's say 15% of the catalog came from Honduras cigar. Now Honduras has got to get 15% of the import. I mean export. Wasn't that normal? I don't see how that is a big news. A lot of people are using Honduras as a location to ship because the 10% tariffs and all that.
Hmm.
Right? So you start rolling in Honduras. But and then they start using Honduras tobacco, which is fine. I actually like Honduras tobacco. I don't know why, because I this might be something recent. I start to have a hit for Sumatras. I start to like smoking Sumatra cigars more. Like when I'm buying cigar, I'm looking like like is it Sumatra, Ecuadorian Sumatra and stuff like that. I start buying those. I don't know why. Even though I get them, I don't necessarily go choose them to right away to smoke. I tend to buy them. But not Honduras. I do like Honduras tobacco though. But like, the most recent like, cigars like my father's blue and stuff like that, they are from Honduras. Honduras used to not be a big market, right? Because only like if you want to look for Honduras cigar, you want to dive it off. When they Camacho. Because they use Honduras tobacco. Like most cigar close cigar. If I ask you, yeah, which cigar is from Honduras that you can recall right now? Can you name 10 of them?
I can't even name one because I don't even pay attention to where it's made or the binder or the filler, what kind of tobacco's in there. I just look at the
But
brand.
you
I look
don't you
at the
don't have to pay attention to it, right? If I say, well, name 10 Dominican cigar, you can.
Can I? I don't know. I can name one.
Right? You can name
Well,
one.
I can name two, maybe three.
You can keep it's just more you think. You definitely can name.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can name like what was it? LFD, right?
LFD, okay, that's one.
Uh, Casa Cuevas.
Okay, that's two.
Um, I think PDR.
Okay.
All right, and after that, I don't. I'd have really have to think about the rest. But
All right. Fuente,
yeah, Fuente. I never. Yeah, Fuente.
La Aurora.
La Aurora. I mean, I've heard of it. Yeah, I never. Again, I know the brand, but I never associate.
Like pretty much everything that I can think that has a natural is probably most likely. Right? Anything that's dark leaf, just think about that, Nicaragua.
Oh, isn't Davidoff from the Dominican Republic?
Yes.
There you go. I named four.
Right, see, you can keep going. You can keep going. It's
Yeah,
not
the
that
more I
hard.
think,
But
yeah, okay.
even if you don't pay attention, even if you don't pay attention. But Honduras is pretty hard. But they start rolling from there. They start doing a lot of cigar that has Honduras wrapper or binder or filler. They have quite a bit of those now because they have that nice woodsy. Because people kind of got sick of all the Mexican cigarettes. Because at one point everything Mexican.
Yeah, it was like it was not heard of. Then all of a sudden, boom! It exploded.
Right? I think about 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah,
right? That all of a sudden everything is Mexican cigarettes. And then now we're going towards Honduras. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't see how that became a concern because that became a concern. It's like, hey, for the very first time, the export for those, cigar come out of Dominicans less or Nicaraguan. But I don't think that's a concern because now you're making cigars somewhere else. So that's not how it is. What the hell? X-Men. Right. So yeah, I mean, internal cigars, I don't see that's a problem. I thought the only thing we're concerned about is like FDA fights and stuff like that. But I don't see how that's a problem. Well, now that I talked about my cigar, Bell, how's your cigar?
um, I like it. It's little woodsy, just a little spice to it, little pepper. But I expected maybe a heavier smoke from it. It's a Maduro, of course, but
Mm-hmm.
it's to me right now it feels like a light cigar. Okay, well maybe as it progresses more, it'll build up a little more. But yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's comfortable. I always used to think for morning cigars you could only smoke Connecticut's, and for a long time that's all I did. Oh, morning cigar, got to get a Connecticut. Morning cigar, got to get a Connecticut. But as I've developed and evolved in my cigar journey and pathways, I find myself grabbing any cigar to smoke in the morning. Doesn't matter if it's a Connecticut, a Habano, or Maduro. It's just whatever I grab.
When you say morning, how early is that morning?
Uh, my morning. You know what? If I wake up early in the morning and I want to sneak outside like at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning,
You smoke 6 o'clock in the morning?
yeah,
Wow, that's not what I expected.
yeah. I mean, hey, look, I tell you what, and I relay this back to my being in the military, and I've learned one of the most important lessons that I learned in the military: how to value time.
Mm-hmm.
How to value time because your day starts at midnight. Okay, I mean, you may start work at 7 a.m. You may wake up at 5:30 or 6 to get ready to go to work, and when you get to work, your day starts. No, the day starts at 12:01. Your day starts. So you've already lost at 6 a.m. You've already lost 6 hours of time. So I learned how to value time. I've learned the importance of time, especially on your day off, and you want to get the most out of that day.
But
Okay.
is it lost? Is it really lost?
Yeah. When you sleep, you lose time.
Sleep is recovering. You take the time to recover.
Well, okay, I guess that's one way to look at it, but you know, uh yeah, I can go to sleep at like 12:30 in the morning. I can be up at 4:30 and I'm good. I got all those hours
And,
to
and and you
use.
guys complain about me not sleeping. Come on,
Well, listen, I'm sleeping for 4 hours. You're just blinking your eyes and you call that a sleep, okay?
that's enough.
Yeah.
I think that's enough. So what Val is smoking is in my father's Flor de las Antillas Maduro, I
Oh
believe.
man. Yes, it's a Maduro. It's very good.
That cigar is a full-bodied blend. Ecuadorian wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and filler. Now the wrapper is Habano Sangron Escuro wrapper, which doesn't really look that dark from what Val is holding. Doesn't really look that dark.
You see it? Here we
Yeah,
go.
it doesn't really look that dark. And maybe I'm used to dark cigar because look like this is about the same color, if not darker. Right?
Mhm.
It doesn't look that dark. So I'm surprised that Val says that it's relatively mellow.
And that's strange because uh I remember beginning in my smoking endeavor that um some cigars that I thought were supposed to be mild did not end up being mild for me. And there are other cigars that were told, this is a bold, full body, medium to full strength. Make sure that you made sure that you had something to eat before you smoke it, at least a half hour to an hour before. Make sure you got something to drink, maybe have a little chocolate close by. And those cigars, man, I was waiting for this I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting and it didn't happen. So I guess it's just because I'm developing uh my palate is redefining and redeveloping all the time, and my tolerance to the tobacco and to the nicotine that's in it is, of course, have gradually greatly improved from since I've been doing this now for 5 years. So yeah,
But give me an example. Which cigar that people tell you that that thing's gonna hit you? Better have food.
the late hour was one.
And you smoked it. You didn't think it's strong at all.
No, I did not.
Mm-hmm.
I did not. The judge is another one.
Well, the judge could catch you. It caught me
Yeah.
a few times.
Okay. Well, I'm waiting for it to catch me. It hasn't caught me yet, but it's probably waiting in the shadows someplace, waiting to ambush me.
It doesn't always catch, but sometimes it does.
Um, there was another cigar by Adventure called the Blue Eye Jacks.
Blue Eye Jack is not as heavy.
Yeah, but when I read up about it, I think I read something that it's strong, full body, whatever cigar. And I said, okay, I can't wait to try this. And I'm waiting for it and I'm waiting for it. Oh man, this is a kind of a mild cigar to me, but maybe and that particular time and that particular day, that's what it was, you know. And I smoked a few of them, and they still all fell in that range. That yeah, it's not too not strong. I mean, it was mild to me actually. Um, there's another one, the Julius Caesar, the Tabernacle.
Julius Caesar will catch. Julius Caesar
Well,
is Tabernacle will catch too.
yeah, well, I'm uh, I'm waiting for them to catch me. Catch me if you can. But yeah, and I'm sure
Tabernacle
maybe
catch me a few times.
I'm
Julius
sure
Caesar catch me a few times.
well, maybe I was lucky and they didn't get me at that time. But I can tell you this: there was a cigar, and this was early in the beginning of my cigar smoking, where and I know I saved the band, but I didn't write anything about it, and I can't even remember what it was. But I will tell you this much: it's in the afternoon. It was a Saturday afternoon. I'm outside in front, smoking my cigar, listening to music. Um, I don't think I was drinking any spirits at that time. No, I don't think I was. And didn't think nothing of the cigar. Oh, it tastes good. It was fine. It was okay. And after I finished smoking, I put my stuff away, and I think I must have taken about 4 steps towards my house, and all of a sudden, I couldn't walk straight.
Okay.
I was woozy. My wife asked me if I was drunk. Are you okay? I thought I was okay, but I was really literally teeter tottering. And I couldn't wait to sit down and hit that recliner. And then as soon as I sat down and hit that recliner, I put my head back, man,
The
and
world turns.
I started to spin.
Yeah.
I started getting beads of sweat in my head, and
Ooh, that's
you
no
know,
turning back.
I said, "Oh hell, this is what they're talking about." That's not a good feeling. And the only thing my wife says, "Well, what can I do?" I said, "Give me some candy, give me some Coca-Cola, give me some Pepsi, give me some sugar, give me something." Yeah, and it lasted like
Few
I
hours.
was well, yeah, the feeling gradually did die down, but it didn't start to die down for about 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, but that feeling did last me at least an hour, maybe two. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
But I
know.
think that's a testament of the strength on cigars, guys. Every cigar has its own strength, and some are high, some are low. But as long as you smoke in a slow pace, even a strong cigar wouldn't bother you.
Yeah.
Bell smokes very, very, very slow. Very slow. We're talking about like after the show, you'll take another hour and a half on the finish.
Well, sometimes. But you know what? I I think it's because I want to really enjoy that cigar. All right. And sometimes when you sometimes and I notice when I go out at a lounge and I hang around with people, um, you get caught in the conversation and you get caught in the smoking, and before you know it, you're done with your cigar and you're grabbing another one. All right. Um, and that's when I usually smoke fast. It's when I'm around a group of people, 2 to 3 people, 4 people. Other than that,
Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about enjoying your cigar, right? Enjoy a cigar. Is it like enjoy slow or enjoy fast? Let me ask you this, Bell.
yep,
When you go to a restaurant
yep,
and the food tastes great,
yep,
like I'm talking about like the best ever,
yep.
do you slow down?
I take my time.
You take your time, but do you slow down?
Um, I don't know if I slow down. I don't know.
So how is a cigar that if it tastes good, you slow down? enjoying it. You're slowing
Well,
down.
I think because I'm trying to stretch that cigar out.
Well, you wouldn't stretch out that meal.
No, because I don't want to be sitting down in a restaurant for an hour and a half.
But you were sitting down. You will sit down in the lounge for an hour and a half.
I will sit in that lounge for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did that work?
I can't explain it. I don't know. Can't explain it.
Because I would think if something tastes good, you want to keep tasting it. So you take more puffs. But why would you slow down if it tastes good?
Well, you know what? You have a point, because I know you have a point with that, because I do know when I was in the barbecue contesting, and I go out and meet the other people and taste their barbecue. Oh man, this is good. I would eat it fast. I want to get another one. I eat it fast. I want to get another one.
So how did that
But
work?
it worked out good because I ate a lot.
Mm-hmm. So you don't do that for cigars. If it tastes good, you be like, you know what? I'm gonna go faster so I can have another one.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you can relate it that explain it that way. Sure. Sure.
That's why I find weird. Like if I think that the flavor is good, I want to keep taking the puff because that every time I take a puff, it's flavor.
Haven't thought about it that way, but you got a point there. Yeah.
Right? Like savoring it. I'm not saying savoring it is wrong. But if something's good, knowing that you can get more, why wouldn't you go faster and more?
Um.
Now my
I'm
pace on cigars is as soon as that flavor disappears from my mouth, I take another puff. Right? As soon as the flavor dissipates, gone. I can't taste it anymore. I take another puff. Right? Because the smoke doesn't linger in your mouth that long. So ultimately that results in faster smoke, right? But if the cigar tastes bad, I slow down. I really don't want to leave it in my mouth. I wait for it to disappear long enough before I take another one. So if I
Mm.
slow down, that cigar is not good.
Oh, okay. Okay. My thought process of I'm smoking it too fast, that I'm losing that, because I am smoking it fast. I'm losing that enjoyment. I'm losing those flavors. Not
Right?
that I
That's like
want to, not
eating
that I
potato
want to get to
chips.
those flavors fast or quicker again, because man, this is pretty good. Take another puff. Ooh, man, this is awesome. Ooh, take another puff.
Yeah, this is awesome. Take another puff. This is awesome. Take another puff. You know, it's like
Yeah.
chips. Yum. All right, I swallowed it. Take one more. I thought that would be the case.
Mm.
So this other cigar I want to talk about today, because recently I've been seeing a lot of like sample pack and stuff like. Ooh, that's not good.
You
Bad
ask
to
yourself.
myself. It fell on my table, and I tried to get it to my hand, and it fell down to my.
Oh,
All right, there's other cigar that we smoked a while back. I don't think I ever got your revisit. I don't know if you revisit it, but I've seen a lot of cigar that starts to be more widely available. Is the what's that thing called? EPC Casa Carrillo Silk.
the silk. You know what? I guess because I'm really stuck on the La Historia.
Okay, I get that,
Okay.
but like,
The
remember the
silk.
first time you smoked it,
Yeah.
and I asked you, and you say you got to revisit.
Yeah.
Because I remember it to be a relatively sweeter, milder, and like a no dessert like cigar. But you say you didn't get that.
No.
So
No.
when you revisit it, I don't know if you did.
I have not, and I should go back and maybe I'll do that. I'll do that on the next our next get together. I'll do that.
Because I smoked that. I was like, now I understand why female likes it. Because female tend to like a cigar that is not cigar like. Right? Female like cigar that's not very cigar like. Majority of the time, if I go out, I'm on a cruise ship or whatever, the female will smoke a flavor cigar.
Mm-hmm.
If not cigarette. Cigarette just sweeter. Right? And when I smoke a cigar that I feel that was actually not very strong in every other tone but sweet, I can see why female likes it. So I wonder, like, that's why I was wondering, like, now that I see it and I see, like, because recently I've browsed online, a lot of people have, like, sample pack and stuff like that, and singles. They start to be more available. Because I remember when it first came out, everybody wants it, couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And now that
Yeah.
it's really available, I wonder what people, like, think about that cigar. Because it was fruity to me. It was sweet to me. It was
Okay.
light and mellow, but I can see why female likes it.
Okay.
But does guys not like fruity cigar? I think guys do like fruity cigar. Not all the time.
You know what? I don't know. I think most guys like they have something with some spice to it, with some pepper to it, um, a little bit of woodsiness to it. Like that one cigar I smoked last time, or one some time ago. It was just the entire duration of that cigar was just floral, just a bouquet of that. And I thought, okay, it's gonna change. It's gonna, and it never changed for me.
I always find more in the floral. All right, like I told you last time. When I smoke something floral, if I pay enough attention, that floral start to split into a few categories. Right, floral sweet, floral vanilla, or floral like graham cracker. They tend to split for. And if it's
Okay.
something like Maduro, the floral adds to the cocoa flavor. So sometimes you might not taste like the floral, but cocoa is actually relatively sweet and vanilla like. That's actually floral combined with the cocoa. So I think there's a lot of room to rediscover when you find a cigar that has one single note and that specific note that you just get a lot of. A lot of time that was split.
Hmm.
Sometimes it just takes longer. Sometimes you might have to exhale the puff slower or retrohale to enable to get that subtle difference, right? Because like okay, majority cigar, if you get cocoa, you gotta get espresso,
Mhm.
right? So like if you taste espresso but not cocoa, if you slow down, you probably get it. And a lot of time, if I get leather and espresso, I know somewhere is this licorice somewhere.
Okay.
If I get a floral and wood, I know graham crackers somewhere hidden or honey. But it just takes that either slow down in puffing or exhaling that puff to get that to develop. Because it's so concentrated when you take it fast. And when you get it out, either too fast, you don't that flavor doesn't separate, or down with the flavor just takes that extra exhale or retrohale to get it out. It makes a difference. It does make a difference, guys. Doesn't always, but it does. So I think that's something to consider. It like if you smoke cigars and I don't really get any other weird flavor that people are talking about. All I get is either wood, like a barnyard earthiness, or floral, or like something like a coffee, but not really. You're getting there, but your smoking speed might be different. Changing your pace could get you that flavor. So, and this is just my way of getting it is that you'll see me take a puff, and I go through nose or I go through my mouth, but I'll change that sequence to see if I get a different um, flavor. So sometimes I'll have retro hill first and then puff the rest out, or I puff a little bit out retro hill and then puff a little bit more out. I'll
Hmm.
change that sequence to see if I get it. And I think that people can give that a try. If you're not getting different flavors, and I'm not saying that every cigar does change. Some cigars don't. There are some linear cigar that just doesn't have that many. No matter what sequence I change, same. But sometimes if you change the sequence, you can get something. In my opinion. In my opinion. Sometimes I segment to like 3 puffs. Sometimes I segment to 4 puff, 5 puff. So puff, retro hill, puff, or retro hill, puff, retro hill, puff, or puff, retro hill, puff, retro hill. Sometimes you get a different. Because what you have left over lingering, that lasts a little. The more segment you do, each puff is less coming out. Oh no, each puff gets more, but each exhale gets less. And that less gets you less concentrated like information. Right? It's like saying one sentence, like say 5 word, one sentence, 5 word. Well, one word with 5 syllables or one word with 4 syllables. They're different. Like baseball. Say the word baseball is one way, right? Or you can say BAS E ball,
Baseball.
baseball, right? Or BASEB all, ba seb all. Now all of a sudden they're different. Cigar is like that too. Like if you change the pace of you exhaling, the flavor might be different. I don't think people talk about that. Like sometimes it does make a difference for me. I don't really think about it. I automatically do it, but I think that could help some people if you're not getting the flavor. Now that's a lot harder if you don't retro hill because now all you have choice is blow out less, blow out more. So yeah, there is that. There is that difficulty there. Not always simple. Well, did you practice that retro hill from last time?
I have been practicing. It's still hard, but I have been. I've been trying even now as we're talking. I've been trying. So
But you're not choking, so it's a good thing.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not choking. Although I do remember one time I had a really. I had a two burner. I burned my nasal passage up a little bit, and it burned the back of my throat up a little bit.
Does happen
So
in the beginning. It's a lot harder.
yeah,
Nowadays, I just I try to not take a puff if somebody taking a joke. If somebody's saying a joke, I try not to take a puff because that could be dangerous. I try not to retrohale as much if the first puff taken in was spicy. Like this is nice. Pepper, not my thing. And Michael knows pepper is not my thing. A lot of people knows pepper is not my thing. I know a lot of people love it though. I like peppery food. I just don't like pepper in my nose. So I don't know. It almost feels like some sort of sick punishment. Putting wasabi in my nose. Sometimes it does happen. All right, so let's take a look at cigars. Supreme Court rule against cruise line in confiscating Cuban property lawsuit. Oh, that's something new. I didn't know about that. Natural third harvest shipped to stores. Oh, that's different. That's a really green cigar, Val. I just saw a really, really green cigar.
All Candela, probably, huh?
No, 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 no. I mean, let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. That's a really green cigar. Where is the right here? Look at this.
Oh wow.
That's a very green cigar.
Oh wow. Yes, it is. Who is that by?
Uh, Natura Third Harvest. I've never heard of this brand.
I haven't either.
It's Natural Cigar Co. Newest single farm vintage cigar. Vintage. Does that mean like they've been out for a while? Nat- Natural is distributed by City of Palms. Again, I never heard of that. Try to find out anything about it. I guess it's Dominican. Constanza is where the cigar is grown. Yeah, I don't know anything about this brand. Now I'm kind of feel weird about the deep blue. You guys know I got deep blue a while back, right? A while
Mm-hmm.
back. I just saw the news as Perez Carrero Deep Blue Limited Edition 2026 shipping nationwide today. That's 21st, so 2 days ago. But I got it like at least a month ago.
Maybe you got a special order in that
I don't
wherever you
know.
got it from. Probably got it early, and that's usually I think that's usually it happens if you have a good relationship between that shop and that brand. I'm going to get this to you. You'll be the first, you're going to be the first couple of shops that's going to get this. I'll make sure
Yeah,
you
I'm
get it.
pretty sure some close relationships shop got it first. But like, I just feel weird because I've that for a while now. In fact, I give a lot of them away, and now they're just saying that start shipping it. Did you pick up any 250 cigars? All those
250.
new America 250 celebrating cigars?
I have not, at least not yet. I'm really interested in getting that one by the JC Newman. Is that the one you're talking about, especially?
I think I ordered a box of the CL one because that was readily available.
Oh
It
yeah,
wasn't
the
expensive to
American.
start with. So I got a box of that thing. When I say I think, I don't remember if I did order it or not. I remember clicking on it, and I don't remember whether or not I checked out.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. But I think I did. Just to have something to celebrate with. Um, not that is required. I feel like, it's a holiday spirit kind of thing. And whenever something that you can participate, I try to. But that has to do with, obviously, one, right? But like sometimes when after I smoked the cigar for a while and I went on to read about it, and I read about like cigar news, I see them pop up a month later. I was like, what? I thought we had it for. I don't know. But I've been looking at to see if there's any like PCA news because it takes a while for all the PCA cigar to be. And I tend to go back and check what's because I wanted to see what I can pick up, share my experience, and at least try it too. Like a lot of time when I pick up a cigar, it's not necessary to share, but I want to know what the flavor is at least one time because people ask, right? People do ask, say, "Hey, what do you think about that cigar? What about that cigar?" Like, if I never tried it, I can tell you that I never tried it. But if I could try it, I usually try to, so that I can give some sort of opinion here and there. Because just me, I feel like sometimes it kills the conversation if we don't know something. Like I try to figure it out majority of the topic that I talked about, and if I there are time where you guys post like in the chat says, "Hey Tony, what do you think about a cigar?" And I say, "I never heard of that company," or "I never smoked it before." That kills the conversation right there. So what do you think? I don't know. I never smoked it. Right. So it's kind of weird because I would like to have the conversation. A lot of time I don't recall 100%. I kind of recall somewhat of the experience. I don't always recall the whole entire. Like how many people remember the exact everything that you smoke?
I don't. And I tell you what, I've been telling myself this at least for 3 years now. I have this um, cigar journal,
Okay.
a nice one, a nice one. It's leather. It's leather bound type, or faux leather bound, whatever. It looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a cigar journal where there's a place where you take your band off, you put your band in there. What's going on, Snap? And you could also first third, second third, you know the last third, then your tasting notes. Then there's a column there where the brand, country of origin, wrapper, binder, filler, that kind of stuff. And then you can also put in what that brand's tasting notes you may get according to that brand. What they say you will get, some nuts, some licorice, some peanut butter, some coconuts. You may get that, may not get it. Some leather, whatever. And I try not to look at that. I write down. Haven't done it yet, but this has always been my plan for the last 3 years. I said I'm gonna write. I want to write down what I got out of it first,
Mm-hmm.
and then I want to go back and see what the what the brand says you're gonna get. Okay, and then sometimes I go back and see that reviewers and see what did they get. Did they hit some of these notes that the brand said you may get?
Okay.
All right, and like I said, I keep telling myself I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And I haven't done it yet. And this is why. This is why. Uh, because I tell myself, when do I start that book? And I know when I'm going to start it. January 1st. All right.
Okay.
And if I don't do it, and all of a sudden oh shit, I forgot it. What day is it? It's January the 11th. Holy shit, I lost 10 days. I got to wait till next year. Now, yeah, theoretically, you can start it at any time of the month, any date of the month. Okay, you don't have to wait to January 1st, but I want to do it like from January 1st to December 31st.
More of an aesthetic.
I will
Yeah.
make it my mission to remind Val the next January 1st.
Oh, text him December 31st. So he wakes up January 1st that
Yeah, you
morning.
know, and yeah, in fact, I had gotten several of those uh cigar journal things. You know, some you see it advertised as a cigar journal, your cigar ledger, or you want to get really fancy, your cigar dossier. Oh shit! I really feel special when I read that one. You know, that makes me want to get out a special pen and use that. And
Yeah.
you grab that dossier
You smoke the
because
cigar with your pinky up.
oh man, I tell you what, absolutely. But and I tell myself I'm going to do it, and you know, and I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to doing it because I used to keep the book, the journal ledger, whatever you want to call it, put away. Now I have it out. Now I have it on top of a desk. You know, so it's there. Okay, so I can see it. It's there. And then I see a lot of people. Well, not I don't see a lot of people, but I see some people uh um just have a regular notebook, a notepad, and they just put the sticker in and they just start writing it by freehand, and that's fine too. You know, you're keeping a documentary or a journal, a ledger, a write up about, you know, but haven't done that yet either. But I see a lot of people do that.
Hmm.
I mean, and but you know what you never see that done at? I've never seen that type of product or item come out in a cigar lounge.
Yeah. Well, no. The
Hold
guys
on,
they
guys.
have their
Wait a
own.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here, we're smoking a cigar, and all of a sudden you finish that cigar. Okay, guys, hold on a minute. I got to take this band. let me grab my
Oh, you
bag,
mean
keep my
people
book.
taking it out?
Yeah,
I've seen it.
you've seen it.
I've seen it.
I
This
have
have.
guy,
not.
this guy
You have
sits down. First thing was opening up his notebook before he light it up.
really. I have yet to see someone do that at the lounges that I have been to so far.
I've seen it once.
I've seen it. I've seen it, and I've seen it in Davidoff.
Well, but of course, Davidoff.
This guy sat down, opened up his notebook, take up his cigar, took a picture, take off the band, put it on the notebook, and then start smoking it. And I see Smokey writes.
Yeah, I didn't see it at that scale of level. It was at one of my local shops. It was it turned to a nightclub now. Before it used to be an actual good, lounge. And I remember seeing a gentleman just take a little notebook and he lit his cigar. He did his typical, smelled the wrapper, dry puff, and he jotted down, took a few puffs, jotted down, closed the notebook, put it down for a little bit, chatted with people, second, third, and he, the typical like reviewers. Every third, he would pick it back up and then review it. And when he was finished, he wrote something out, took the band, and then glued it and called it a day.
And I
Okay.
also seen it. I don't know if he still do it. I've seen Tim Swanson doing it. He had the book right to the right hand side, smoke and chat, and when he like all of a sudden he goes out, hold it and like that, and he wanted to write it and then close it and went back to smoking.
Oh, I have yet to see him do that.
I've seen him do that in
Well,
person.
maybe because I'm not paying close attention to that part. But yeah, I do know he has his journal. He has his own journal. And I have seen his journal on top of his desk. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've seen
will
him
say that.
writing things in it,
But I
so
haven't
I
seen him
definitely
writing
seen it
it.
before. But the thing, I'm very interested because Val, you say that you want to put down your experience and compare note with other people's review. But what I didn't hear you say is I want to write it down and compare note when I revisit it. Is that the same?
Yeah, yeah, and this, and it brings me to another another topic about the so-called cigar list of the year.
Okay,
Top 25 cigars that you smoked this year.
sure.
if you don't keep a journal or keep a notebook, all right, and I think I could only think of, if you smoke a cigar, and we'll just balance it up. If you only smoke 2 cigars a day, okay, and you keep a journal of that, all right, you have to rate that cigar. I mean, your own rating, whatever rating that you do, okay, and then you have to go back at 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 the end of that month. You have to go back and look and see who got your top ratings of that cigar, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
And then you have to put those on, a separate list, you know,
Well, it
and you have
wouldn't be
to,
that hard if you go back to, okay, there was 98, that was 97, that was, and then just sort out a list of the top scores.
yeah. Oh well, yeah. I'm saying, but if you smoke them, let's say January, you smoke, 31. You smoke 62 cigars in January, and you wrote them all down. All right, and you go back and look at them. You pick out the top 10 of that month, and when you pick out the top 10 of that month, you have to go back and look at your notes and say, why did I give it this number? And then you have to compare it against the other ones that you picked out, right?
But Val, your number is unrealistic in terms of review numbers. I don't think anybody who has smoked two different cigar every single day for a whole entire year. You're telling me that you got to smoke 700 something different cigars a year?
Well, I mean,
730.
And no repeats.
yeah, that's true.
I mean,
You could
it's
look
doable.
at you can grab, and let's
I mean, you got
let's
I will be
different
very, very,
Vitolas.
very impressed if you have 700 something cigar, no repeats every year.
I believe in Val. Val could do it. He could have the M81 and the Toro and the M81 and the Robusto. You have a Gordo Corona.
No. The
yeah.
size don't count. The size don't count. It has to be a different cigar.
But sometimes sizes does size does matter.
Yeah, okay.
Because certain cigars win cigar of
Look
the
at
year due to
look
its Vitola.
Yeah,
But
I
you
mean, yeah,
gotta
look at
count it. Like I gotten more chocolate out of the Toro, but
But I don't. But I don't
Robusto I
think when
got
they
more
review, I don't
woodsy.
think they review one cigar of Vitola. I don't do that. I don't think they do that. Rick,
I mean,
when's the
but
last time you review a cigar of 5 different Vitolas?
okay, let's take up let me give
I
you an
don't get paid
example.
for it.
Let's take an example. Let's take Oliva Master Blends 3,
A fair Tony.
Okay.
Okay.
okay? And I smoked, let's say I smoked a Churchill. Rick smoked the Toro, and Tony, you smoked the Robusto. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then we smoked them all. We switch it around. We each smoked them all. And you say, you know what? For me, this Churchill is the best one. Out of those
Okay.
three sizes, the Churchill is the best.
Okay.
All right. So theoretically,
But
we
that wouldn't work because you say you smoke one size, Rick smoke one size, I smoke one size. So you wouldn't
yes.
be able to tell me that that is the best one because you didn't smoke the
Well,
other.
listen. But then I said, then we switch it around. Now I'm going to smoke the Robusto. Rick is going to smoke the Churchill, and you're going to smoke the Toro.
Okay.
Then we switch it around so that at the end of this round robin thing, we've each smoked all three sizes. And then we can talk about it, based on what our tasting notes were. And Tony, you may say, you know what? I'm not a Churchill guy, to tell you the truth. But for some reason, this Master Blends 3 Churchill is better than the Robusto or the Toro.
Okay.
Now, and that's what I have found smoking that Master Blends 3. I never thought I would like the Churchill because it's a because of the gauge and the length of the cigar, the vitola size. But for me, if I have a choice, okay, you can buy one box, either the Robusto, the Toro, or the Churchill of the Master Blends 3, or not even buy it. You're going to be gifted. They're going to say, hey, Tony, pick one box out of these three, any one you want. The one that you like out of those, that's the one you're going to pick. And it may surprise you.
Okay, but the problem with the review is if you look at the review, how half will do it, is that they smoked that same cigar 3 times. So that means essentially to pick one cigar, they got to smoke it 9 times.
Yeah. If you want to give it a fair shake, yeah.
So yeah, they wouldn't have that many cigars. They will be repeated.
If you're
No.
doing 730 cigars times 3,
No, if I'm just saying that if I agree with Rick, if you're smoking a Churchill and then you're going to smoke a Robusto, it may be the same brand, it may be the same SKU or whatever, but the Vitola size does make a change.
Sure, it gives you a different experience. Sure.
Give it,
Yeah.
you're gonna
Tony,
get different.
would you buy the Year of the Dragon double Corona for Davidoff?
I won't even buy it with the Toro. But I did.
What would you prefer?
I prefer never bought it.
What was more smokable?
What was more smokable? The Toro is more smokable. This is why I bought the Toro.
So that's kind of like the context that Val is trying to say that sometimes
Right, but to
depending
be
on the
honest,
size-
let's be very honest. Most cigars like 5, 6 different sizes.
yeah, core lines tend to have 5
Yeah.
to 6 different vitolas. Corona,
Right,
double
just the new
Corona.
Davidoff, there's 3 sizes.
True.
Right, the
Maduro
Maduros,
has
there's like 3 or 4 sizes too.
Yep, there's 3 sizes for Maduro. The Hour has 17.
And then you're talking about 3 different people smoking 9 cigars each. This establishment's gotta go broke.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, there's a lot of that is gonna happen. A lot of people are gonna have like 200 credit scores.
Right? 3 cigars each, no repeat per cigar. You're smoking thousands of cigars a year.
I mean, then it'll be more fair is that whenever you get your hands on a cigar you haven't had before,
I think they will ask which one out of the series that you guys
Mhm.
promote the most.
yeah, like
So,
obviously
okay. All right, let's take this back, Tony. In 1 year, have you smoked more than 700 cigars?
I do, definitely, guaranteed.
There you go.
But I don't review all of
Now-
them, and a lot of them are
Well,
repeats.
well, no, I agree. You don't review all of them, but I'm not saying if you're keeping your own. If you're okay, so if you're going to make a top list, if you're going to make a list, all right, um, and you don't repeat, that's hard.
Yeah, because it's hard to not repeat.
It's hard. Yeah.
It's hard to not repeat. Like you gotta find
but some-
700 something cigar, 800 something cigar. It's hard to not repeat. Even
but
if
you
you
know,
gotta find 300 something cigar not repeat, that's
And-
pretty much the entire freaking store.
Yeah, and here's the other part of that. Let's say you smoke that Davidoff Toro, okay,
Mhm.
and you smoke something else, and I got to go back. You know what? I got to go back and smoke this again to make sure. Right? You got to go back to see why did I give this one? Why did I give this one a grade 9? Okay,
That's why they smoke 3.
there you go.
But
So you have-
again,
and you admit, how that cigar may taste different when you smoke indoors.
and
and when you
outdoors.
smoke
And what about
outdoors-
drink? And how's my mood today?
Yeah, and look at it. When you do that, you have to smoke that cigar under the same conditions to give it a fair shake.
There's no way to be the same condition. Zero way.
Well, yeah, you got to smoke it either indoors or outdoors. It's got to be the same. You got to be drinking the same thing that you smoked it, okay? And you want to get even fancier, more technical, you got to use the same product that you used to ignite that cigar.
But you can't. I mean, here. In order to be a control, it had to be the same temperature, same humidity, same cigar, same batch, same time, same heat, same health condition of the day. Literally, you cannot wake up in the morning and have an argument with your wife. You know, like one of those things. It's not possible.
Okay, now you're getting too extremely technical about it.
No, because I can tell you, emotion beats every condition. If you're in a good mood, I don't care. The shittiest cigar will be good. Let me answer Mike Tackett official. Do you think that once you're accustomed to smoke full body cigar, it's hard to go back to lighter cigars such as Connecticut and medium cigar? I
No,
don't think it's hard.
I don't think so.
Still do smoke light cigars. I'll say it's light, but you know, especially when you smoke 3 or 4 cigars a day, in the end, you'll just choose a lighter cigar.
Yeah, and I think you need to go back and forth between those to maintain a good overall balance of developing your palate and revisiting. Okay, if you just stick with medium to full bodies and that's all you're smoking, you know, there are some other lighter cigars, milder cigars that are really good out there. And if you're skipping over those, you know, you're missing out. So I think you do have to,
Bounce back
you
and
know,
forth.
I mean, I know some.
I have no
I know,
problem smoking lighter
yeah,
cigar.
I mean, I know people that you know, like I said, when I first started, man, the only thing I smoked in the morning was Connecticut's. But once 12 o'clock came, I got the green light, man. I could smoke Maduros, I could smoke Habanos, you know. And then someone said to me, "Hey, you know, you can smoke that cigar any time of the day." But and these were people that I was hanging around with, and tobacconists. Oh no. Well, yeah, in the morning you really should smoke a Connecticut because it starts your day off. It's a light, it's mild, it's this, it's that. You
Just
know,
to put
and
it
I
official, I did not. That wasn't for me. I did not tell you.
no, I mean, I was so wrapped up in that in the morning up until 12 noon, and I swear to God, 11:45, if I light a cigar, it's going to be a Connecticut. Come 12 noon, okay, you know.
Here's the thing. I tell people not to smoke a heavy cigar in the morning because your taste bud is not awake.
Okay, makes sense.
It takes time for your taste bud to wake up. Your body might be awake, but your taste bud definitely not awake.
Especially
Your
if you
stomach is
brush
not
your
awake.
teeth.
Nothing is awake. So you might not get the full experience. Mike says I smoke close to 1,000 a year. 2/3 of those are repeat cigar. In any given year, I might only review 25 to 50 cigars. Yeah, I smoke way more than 1,000 cigars a year. I smoke at least 3 a day, at least minimum. Right now, so I smoke way more than 1,000 cigars. And how many reviews I put out so far? 2 this year. In fact, I'm on my 3rd cigar right now.
You know, and that's the difference too. If you're keeping a list and you're making a list, especially if you're a reviewer, right?
Well,
Well, I feel like
your review is your list.
yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah, your review it has to be on your list.
the
And
digital.
if you don't review it, it can't go on your top 100 list.
Yeah, so they review it, and that's the thing. They don't have that many to read. There's only so many cigars from this year that specific task to. I don't think everybody reviews every single cigar they smoke every day because sometimes it's just a conversation cigar. You don't remember shit.
See, and that's okay, and I think that's the separation of being someone that's a reviewer in that platform cigar arena. Whereas, I can am I and technically you are. If you're keeping a journal, you're reviewing that cigar.
Sure, but that's the thing. It does not mean the next time you smoke it's gonna be the same.
That's true, and that's why you got to revisit it. Then you got to go back and say, hey, back in January, I smoked a cigar and it was a 9. Now here it is in March, and I smoked it again. Why is it a 7?
But yeah, because you had an argument with your wife this morning. Because this morning the stock tanked and you lost $5,000. Because you took a shit and you wasn't smooth. Because the happy ending you got last night was a sad ending. Could be a lot of things. That's why that emotion trumps everything. It's hard to be exact. It's hard to be. The person who wrote this cigar had a shitty day, and the next one, the person who wrote this cigar had a great day. It was a perfect draw. Like Val, when's the last time you go to a bar, same situation, same time, like 10 o'clock at night every night, and got two old fashioned that tasted exactly the same way?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I only review a cigar one time and that's it. Because if I revisit, it's not gonna be the same.
All right, I can kind of get that. I can get that.
It's hard to have a control. Like the control is hard. Especially like knowing that every cigar is probably rolled by a different person, different crop, different person, different time, sorted by a different person, put in a box at a different time, went through a different depot, hinted by different farts that people carry.
I say from what we saw at a certain location, different
Different
nose being
kisses
picked.
too.
I mean, different noses being picked.
Yeah, everything will be different. Different table. It's not possible to get it exactly the same. And really, in the end, it's just, did that cigar make you feel good, or did that cigar make you feel bad? And here's the thing: if you had a bad day, your cigar's gonna make you, right? If you had a bad day, you go drink alcohol, get yourself drunk. It's not gonna be a happy drunk. If you had a great day, you go out, have friends, and then drink. You gotta be happy drunk. Emotion trumps everything. Now, you could be drinking like, I don't know, Southern Comfort. Oh, that's a great drink. And any normal times, like, yeah, you gotta cut me dead drinking. So
Man, that was my favorite. That was my favorite drink in high school.
yeah, because that's why you can't afford.
Mm-hmm.
Fireballs, Southern Comfort, cocktails. Anyways, today I have that question. Usually, that meter over there that shows how many people are on there is not accurate at all whatsoever. But today, it's consistently showing 2 from Twitter or Twitch. From Twitch. Who the hell is watching from Twitch? I want to know. Who is watching from Twitch? Is it you, Rick?
No, I only have YouTube put up.
Who is watching Twitch? I want to know. If you're watching from Twitch, make a comment. I want to know. Because that number is consistently 1. And that 1 is because the system's using it. So it shows 1. But like, why is there 2? Who's watching it the whole time? I want to know.
He's probably watching one on a tablet and one on a phone.
Still, like, you log into Twitch to watch this? I want to know who that is.
It's called platform availability.
It makes no sense because I never thought anybody would watch it from there. I want to know who that is. And most likely they can because they probably watch on TV or something like that.
True.
But yeah, I want to know who that is.
We're on console.
Just type a 1 or 2 or something. Damn, I want to know who that is. Wow. Well, anyways, it's the end of the day. 11:04. I do have to finish my cigar, so it's gonna take a little bit. We'll go to
Yes.
Discord. But I want to make sure everybody knows we do have t-shirt, merch, and all that stuff. That link is posted in the main description of this channel. Or you can go to our main webpage, which is also listed in the main channel. Got t-shirts, got stuff. And join us in the public Discord. So you can join us in one of those like smoking events and stuff like that. And share your experience, share what cigar you're smoking, all that stuff. Other than that, we got pretty much, nothing. And then, enjoy your Memorial weekend. Tomorrow's got a rain for us, but Monday's supposed to be good.
Okay.
Okay. So the link is being posted for the Discord. Jump in. Should be simple. Gotta be 21 or older. Please don't come in if you're a minor.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't care about the minors. We only care about the majors. Who watches minor league? I don't watch.
True.
Right? So yeah, I'm gonna go finish my cigars in the Discord. Everybody else, have a good night.
Yep.
I will see you guys next week.
Yep. Thanks for joining. And remember, put some smoke in the shadows.
Yeah.
There
And
you
there's
go.
no disrespect. There's no disrespect. And Kirby, message me. I want to know if you say it. It's okay if you did, but I just want to know.
Hey, Kirby's
Have a
a
good night,
nice
guys.
guy. He's got fantastic products, high quality. Get his hangers, man. Get his hangers.
You have hangers?
Oh man, I tell you what, I learned so much from that guy. I learned a lot about clothing. I learned a lot about ties. I learned a lot about shirts, about suits, about shoes, about shoe care, products availability, and the importance and the significance of owning a very good hanger for your jackets.
Sure, it
Your
doesn't
suit
make that
jackets.
pop-up thing.
Hey, I tell you what. You go visit his site, guys. You're gonna find something. He's got very good products.
This is why I'm
Highly
very
recommend.
surprised. Somebody want to be a gentleman and portray as gentleman
Hey.
or say that kind of stuff? I don't think so. Anyway,
No,
have a good night,
he's
guys.
a nice guy. Have a good night, everybody. Put
All
some
right.
smoke in the shadows.
All right.